So earlier I came in and I saw you on the game and all that kind of stuff, and people would find that typical for somebody in these circumstances. So tell me a little bit about that. Why? Hi guys, my name is Alia Hall, new face here on the Dutty Berry Show. And today we're in Westmoreland at the Petersfield High School that's currently being used as a shelter for those affected by Hurricane Melissa. Today we're going to explore the stories of those who are here, from the highs to the lows and everything in between. Can you please tell us your name and where you're from?
My name is Sandre Barnaby and I'm from Lime Peace, Shrewsbury.
All right, so can you tell us a little bit about what life was like before the hurricane, maybe a month ago?
Well, it was regular, work, work, homework, and then, just enjoying a little time with my friends and then back to work. So, just a regular.
So what do you do for work?
Well, I'm a waiter at Royalton.
So how was your job impacted with all that happened?
Well, it's currently closed down because of that. So, yeah, they had taken some damage as well, so they're currently doing some repairs. So, it's currently closed down until further notice.
So tell me a little bit about where your mental capacity is at right now. So you're a father, I met your lovely daughter earlier. How has the circumstances impacted your mental health?
Well, mentally, I'm doing okay. Just looking forward to the future, hoping things start moving a bit faster and back to normal.
All right. So how did you end up at the Petersfield shelter?
Well, I live very close by, so I live a little bit up the road. It was known that this is a shelter for emergencies. So after a couple days after the hurricane, stuff started to move a bit slow. So started to figure out it would be best to come by the shelters where preparations would be made for these situations.
And what has your experience here been like in terms of access to food and water and other resources?
Well, here at the shelters, everything is fine. But if back home, there's water problems, electricity, the food prices went up and all of that. So here at the shelter, I would say it's a lot better than back on my own.
So earlier I came in and I saw you on the game and all that kind of stuff, and people would find that typical for somebody in these circumstances. So tell me a little bit about that. Why is it necessary for you guys to engage in that form?
Well, basically to clear your mind, forget about what happened a couple of weeks ago and try to look forward, move on from, the past.
So you seem very big on just moving towards the future and how you can get to betterment. So what would you say to a father out there who, in Jamaican society, men are expected to provide, and in these difficult circumstances, it's hard. How would you encourage a father who is in a similar circumstance?
Well, the best I can say is, try to get back up on your feet. If there's anything you can do to get some money, just go and get it done because you can't sit around and wait on anyone.
All right, thank you so much for that. And if people wanted to reach out and probably help you and your family, how could they do that?
Well, I do have a contact number. My number is 5492800. Or my name is Jermaine_JR on Instagram.
Okay, and in terms of comfort, how do you find living at the shelter?
Well, it's not what I'm used to, but adapting for the time being until I can move forward.
I like that. Thank you so much for sitting down with me. Have a good day. You've heard the stories, so if you can't help somebody, reach out because it takes a village. I'm your girl Alia Hall. You can find me at _Alia Hall _. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video.